Oh, and pal. Whoa, there you are. Thank you for coming to the show. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Space Lizard Exotics. Thank you so much for tuning back into this amazing, fun reptile channel. Oh my goodness. If this is your first time though, welcome to Space Lizard Exotics. Oh my goodness, I almost couldn't even say it. I was so excited. So, we have a lot of wonderful things to talk about today. We're gonna be taking out my beautiful Crested Gecko, Sputnik. What? He's a handsome little devil. Oh my goodness. But hey, if you haven't yet, y'all, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification because we are still coming out with videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So super cool. And we get to stay up to date with all the amazing creatures, little reptiles, swamp goblins, and all the fun little add-ons we're going to be adding to the amazing Space Lizard Exotics collection throughout this upcoming year. So super exciting. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening, wherever you're at, by the way, in this glorious, amazing world. But we're going to get Sputnik out, right? Let's go talk about Sputnik. We have a lot of wonderful things to talk about today, including some new founded discoveries. What? So let's get cracking. Let's go get this amazing little Crested Gecko out, right? All right, everyone. Who do I have here? I have my beautiful, amazing Crested Gecko. This is Sputnik. What? You've seen him before. He's gotten big. Oh my goodness. He's kind of fired up right now, actually. So geckos, when they get a little excited, or if they're nervous, or if they a little sometimes upset, they get fired up and their color changes. It is actually pretty amazing to see. It's been new. It's going down. Gecko. Let me just tell you something about Crested Geckos, everyone. I'm just gonna throw this out there, okay? These are the best geckos you could have. In my personal opinion, they're just so cool. Now, I do love geckos, don't get me wrong. Geckos are amazing, they're fun, they're cool, but Cresties, oh my goodness, they're just hard to beat. They're so cute, they're chill, they're adorable, they're funny little goofy little creatures. Now, if you kind of notice, his nose, little tip of his nose, gosh dang it. I think he's been rubbing the tip of his nose on the top of that mesh. So I keep him in an Exoterra. I think he's been kind of rubbing his schnoz on it though, gosh dang it. So I noticed it the other day and I was like, oh my goodness. So I don't know if he's smelling something outside of the enclosure or if he's just kind of, if he's been getting nervous lately. I don't notice him doing it during the day or anytime in the evening, because a lot of times I'm, well, in the reptile room kind of late doing shenanigans, but he'll heal up regardless. You know, one good thing about him, he sheds very well and he eats very well. So those are very good, you know, key things in having healthy reptiles. As long as they're eating, they're shedding, they're not, you know, showing any signs of being lethargic or anything as such. So he's rock and rolling. He's a little fired up right now. Look at all that red. Oh my goodness, that's crazy, right? A little fired up, my dude. So anyway, one thing I do want to talk about Crested Geckos.
Ready for this?
They just found out some amazing, new, awesome discoveries about these wonderful creatures. Are you ready for this? So, oh my goodness, scientists just recently discovered that Crested Geckos, they've been studying their feet and how they suction to things for a long time. I shouldn't even say suction, I should say kind of stick, right? Because they could stick to practically any surface besides like cellophane. It's amazing. And they've been like, how are they doing this? This is so cool. Like, what's going on? Well, they have these small, tiny little hairs on the bottom of their feet called setae, right? And for a long time, they just thought that maybe they're sticky, maybe, you know, who knows what's going on with it. Well, check this out. They actually can turn their stickiness on their feet off and on, and they just recently discovered this. So I don't know if y'all know this, but geckos particularly, they've been researching geckos, how they are able to, you know, stick onto any surface, walk up, you know, flat surfaces all the way up for a very long time. They've been developing a lot of products too, suction cup technology, certain technology for like even like, you know, military personnel or like first responder personnel for like to crawl up like walls and scale walls. Pretty cool. One cool thing about that, I feel, is that discovering that just kind of opens up a whole new like spectrum of like how amazing these animals are and like what, you know, else we are potentially going to be discovering about these cool, amazing animals in the future. You know, we're just barely scraping the surface, in my personal opinion, about, you know, the capabilities and what these animals truly bring to this amazing, beautiful, awesome earth that we all share together, right? not just them being amazing, beautiful, amazing pets and pals that we get to share. You know, naturally they just are, you know, born with, and their abilities and just a crazy cool things about these creatures. So crested geckos, as you could tell, he's harmless. They're amazing. They're not bitey. They're flighty, not bitey. It's a good way to put it, right? Because they do jump, and when they jump, oh my goodness, they could clear some things. So they're fun. They're, you know, when they get fully grown, they get usually about the size of almost like your hand, or your, you know, from like finger to palm, depending on how big your hands are. I ain't got big hands, so they're about that size, but pretty cool. He's been awesome though. I love my crested gecko, but I just wanted to show him off while we're talking about these cool, amazing discoveries of what they're learning about these awesome creatures, right? What? And he's just hanging out, so I love hanging out with my Cresty. But one thing I do want to also talk about with this amazing lad, look how big he's getting. I know when I first got him, he was a tiny little thing. He's still a little man. He's still a little dude, but he's growing. He's eating really well, and that's huge importance. So I think that's awesome. But well, let's get to the next fun little subject, right? Let's talk about food. We kind of did some things with his food recently, right? Remember, we did some things with your food? We did. Let's talk about the food items of what I've been kind of doing here and there with this amazing, beautiful, wonderful little lad, what we like to call Sputnik, right? So, gosh dang it, man, I'm sorry about your nose. I think he's, like I said, I think he's been rubbing on the top of his mesh up there, man. So I'm gonna have to keep more of an eye on him, because I'm not too sure why he did that, bud. Why'd you do that? I don't know. Main thing is make sure he's happy and healthy, and he's eating and stuff like that. So that's always good. Little beautiful little crested gecko. I know you're a man. You're a man with a plan. So cool. But hey, let's talk about some food items with this beautiful, amazing cool guy. We've been kind of feeding him some different things off and on, right? So one of the things that I recently kind of changed up was his dry food diet of what we kind of mix, right? We put some water in there, we mix it up, we make some fruit blended smoothies for this wonderful little lad. I think they're cool. I think they're rad, actually. What does he like more though? Does he like the Pangea, or did he like the Zoo Med one? Let me kind of show you a little bit of the differences real quick. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna go grab those bags. You ready? Let me grab those bags. All right, so kind of crazy, kind of some cool, fun things to talk about. So, you know, now this is not like, you know, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, Pangea, Zoo Med, anything like that. I wish I was, that'd be super rad, but I'm not. So, which also gives me a very nice, unbiased opinion about things though, right, too? Even though I still would be very unbiased. You got to be honest with humanity, oh my goodness. So, but one thing I was stoked about, these Pangea cups, I know you could technically buy cups on Amazon, whatever, but for convenience and things like that, 100 cups, pretty cool. I needed them, very nice to mix the food into. So Pangea just happened to make those cups. I think they're rad, I thought they were cool. I'm gonna definitely get the larger ones next time, because I was idioto and got the small ones, so no bueno. We were using the Zoo Med Crested Gecko food, and actually, so he liked it. He didn't have any issues with it. He ate it up right away. One thing I did notice, I don't know if that was just potential, it could have been circumstantial as far as timing wise, but his shed was awesome after he ate that. I don't know if it had to do with the extra probiotics in it, not too sure. Let me see, I don't know if the Pangea one does have probiotics. Before I speak too soon, it says quality proteins, mineral, and vitamins. I don't know, I will get back to you on the probiotics in this one. All right, well, since we do have to feed this wonderful little, amazing little guy today, so I actually am going to, well, feed him some of the Pangea. What? You're gonna get some of the Pangea, my dude. This stuff's so cool and easy to mix. So basically just grab a little cup, as so, you know, kind of little measury thing in there, you know, kind of put a little some of the powder in there. For some reason, this papaya one, it smells like banana nut bread. It smells so good. I'm like a sucker for like anything banana. I had to grab some agua, was not as prepared, so let's do this little thing. There's some pH water balanced in here. Just joking, it's just water. It's dechlorinated though. Really don't have to worry about pH and pH balancing water in Colorado. So Colorado, particularly where I'm at, we have some awesome ass water, so Rocky Mountains. One thing you do want to do is always dechlorinate your water, because chlorine sucks, so no chlorine. Chlorine's no bueno. No bueno on the chlorine. So we put some of that in there. So as they say, you know, when on the farm, I didn't really have a mixer, so I had to, you know, grab some, you know, some cardboard from the inside of a paper towel roll. So put some water in there. We may have to, you know, thicken it up a little bit, may not have to. I might have put the perfect water in there. Who knows? What do you think, Sputnik? Make it nice, saucy. Want some of this? You try some of this? See? Told you he loves it. Oh my goodness. Kind of cool, right? I told you he was gonna eat that, so he loves this Pangea stuff. So he will literally eat right off like the little like mixer, or when I put it in his food bowl, he usually grubs on it. So what do you think? You like that Pangea stuff? I know, it's super good. Want some more? Some more? You gonna eat some of it? You just stepped into it. Okay, that's cool. You could step into it too if you want, yeah. Just crawl over the other hand. You could do that too. You could do that too, Sputnik. Whatever you want to do, buddy. Yeah, you do you, man. You do you. Whatever you want to do. Okay. Well. All right. Well, since we already mixed up all the wonderful little food for him, let's get him back in his enclosure. Hey, pal. Let's get you back in there. Huh? Let's get you back in there. Food bowl up there. Gosh dang it, I definitely need to get the bigger bowls too, buddy, huh? So go in there, bud. Be merry. Come on. Oh my goodness. No, you don't want to get off my hand? There you go. Amazing. Spectacular. Oh my goodness. So, well, that was super fun, everyone. Hope everyone had a rad, wonderful time here at Space Lizard Exotics today. So wherever you're at in this wonderful, glorious world, stay rad, stay happy, enjoy life, stay rad. You know how it goes. And hey, like I said before, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit subscribe. Stay up to date with all the wonderful, amazing reptilians. It helps me out so much. It does mean the world to me. So we will see you amazing, beautiful humans next time. Stay rad.